Hi everyone, so I wanted to show you my triple chin, you can see, has now disappeared after using my essential oils. So today I used hemp seed. It's a carrier oil and it's not from the marijuana, it is from the marijuana tree, but it's not from where they make the marijuana from. It's from a different part of the tree. So hemp seed is used in our carrier oils. We can use them and mix them with essential oils. And I always put it here on my ears and behind my ear, on the bone going down and behind my neck. So look at the difference. See? I'm not a pig. And see? It's all the inflammation that's gone down. So today I used wintergreen. Well, last night I used wintergreen, eucalyptus, and some lavender. And today I used lavender, bergamot, and eucalyptus. And the eucalyptus has got the menthol in it, so that really helps to cool down the body. And the hemp seed is good for anti-inflammatory. And the lavender I use for balancing. So now that I have my certificate and I'm certified, I told my friends, if I can help, let me know. Sometimes I don't have money to give, but I can help people with recommendations on the oils and what to use. And you can't just use them once and think, okay, now it's going to work. I just used it once. You have to use them for at least a few months for them to actually work and to change your physiology. But I just wanted to show you the difference in my face. As you can see, that triple chin has gone. And today I was reflecting again on the book, Put Your Dream to the Test. So when we put our dreams to the test, we follow people. And for us, we're following John Maxwell. And John Maxwell has helped people all over the world, from religious figures like the Pope to going out to schools in Africa. So my dream was always to make a difference for Zimbabwe, to help Zimbabwe, and to help the poor in Canada as well. The corporate world is very cutthroat, and although I've applied to thousands of jobs in the non-profit world, I never seem to get selected. It would be a better fit for me with my degrees in theology and ministry and spirituality, but somehow I never get chosen. And one of the things that my professors used to tell me at university is that just live your life, people will come to you. And I'm like, yeah, right, people will just come to me. But actually that is what had landed up happening. So in the church, Father Larry asked me when I was doing the children's liturgy whether I would read. But he also told me, if you do the reading, you have to give up controlling and leading the children's liturgy. So I moved out of that and I started doing the reading at church. In the same way with giving spiritual direction, people came to me. And when I saw posts on Twitter, things like that, I applied for them and I got the opportunities to help. One of the things I regret doing is, or not doing, is going to meet the Pope, because there was a tweet out there that there was an opportunity to go meet him. But I didn't have the knowledge of where to stay, and the priests that I contacted were not very helpful, so I left it. But when we follow a dream, we buy into the person first, and then we buy into the dream. So for example, with me, with the One campaign, I didn't initially start doing it because Bono was leading it. I just used to sign their petitions because I was interested in the eradication of poverty, because I came from a poor family. And it's never been easy. It's always a struggle every month. Sometimes we would go to sleep hungry. Sometimes we didn't have food in Zimbabwe. The cupboards would be bare. our neighbors sometimes used to send food for us because that's how hard things were. And it's the same thing in Canada. I've gone through times here and in England where I didn't have food, where I couldn't pay my bills, where I had nothing, absolutely nothing in the cupboards, not even cereal to eat. And so you keep moving forward, you keep hoping that things will change. I'm very grateful for everything I have, but it's sad to see what's happening in our world. In Canada, people are living in tents. In England, it's really sad. So I always try to help other families, even if I'm on my own. And even with my grandmother, I used to go with her to the graveyard and we used to walk back to the shop because we didn't have enough money for the petrol for 2 trips or 3 trips. So we walked, my granny and I. And so, yeah, things were hard for all of us. It wasn't like, anybody had it easy, but we helped each other and we got through it somehow. So when we put our dream to the test, we have to know who we're following, and we have to not be focused so much on titles and sexism or ageism or all these things, because with age comes, hopefully, wisdom and experience. And if we're treated poorly, we can use that to fight for justice, to fight for equality. And we're not doing it on our own. There are thousands of organizations we can join. You don't have to only do it in the church. You can do it through nonprofits. You can do it in other ways. But we always do it person to person. And that's how slowly things change. So always we buy into the person and then we buy into the dream. Whether it's an artist like Elvis Presley, or whether it's a speaker like John Maxwell, or an organization like I spoke for, the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund. We bought into that vision first of a society free of racism. And when we say we Africans, we mean it. We might have brown skins or white skins or black skins, but we're Africans. And hopefully over time the African leaders will see that. I mean, sometimes they say it, but then you have things happening like Idi Amin, or you have the land grabs, you have things like that happening too. So that was my points on put your dream to the test, buy into the vision first, the person that you're following, stay open, let people come to you. Jesus went about doing what he was doing in his normal life, and people came to him. And don't give up. We all go through hard times. We all go through difficulties. We all go through hurt and pain. But we find the tools, we find the ways to get through things. And I'm so happy my triple chin is gone. But I had to study for that. I had to get my qualifications. I had to learn how to use my oils, learn about the contraindications. And I'm happy that I can use it on myself and I can make recommendations to other people, to my friends, to my family. And that's how I do it. I won't lose my vision of getting into a nonprofit. I applied to so many nonprofits in Canada. They don't want my skills, so I use them where I am and I make the most of things.